What's going on, guys? How are you? This is Shocks and this is ShocksCapital FX. Today we want to talk about rejection blocks. We want to talk about how you can identify a rejection block, what is a rejection block, how to find one, where do you get a rejection block on your chart, and how to use it and how to maximize returns from a rejection block. So guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to this channel, guys, we talk about smart money concepts, ICT, BTMM, and institutional trading. So welcome aboard and don't forget to subscribe. Click that notification bell icon so that you don't miss any content from this channel. So guys, what is a rejection block? A rejection block is a kind of an order block that you can use to trade that is better than an order block that reduces your risk when you are looking at your charts. So what is it? If you look at this, you can find or you can see that we have a lot of high points and a lot of highs. If you look at these highs, or if you look at any of them conventional resistance and support zones, you can see that we have some kind of rejections that are going on around those areas. So let's just mark for starters, let's just mark our resistance points that we can see from our charts, right? Let's just mark them. Let's just mark. You see, this is a support. So let's just say this is support, this is a resistance, and if we mark again this, that would be a support, resistance, support, resistance. So these are the support zones which we have, right? So if we look at these areas, you can see that we have some rejections going on at those areas. If you mistake a rejection block, you can think, or you might think that it is a what? It is an order block. Right. Let's zoom in around this area so that we can clearly see what we're talking about. You see, there's some kind of a resistance and support in this area. What do you see? And you also see this resistance up here. So if you look at this, you can see that we have this candle as our order block, according to what you guys have learned in the past, right? So if we are looking at a rejection block, we are not marking the whole candle as our order block, right? So if we were to find an order block, we're going to mark this as our order block and we're going to buy from this area up to this high, right? But that is not the case in this scenario. That is not the case in this scenario right now. Why? Because what we are saying is we are looking for what? For a rejection block, and the rejection block is a candle, or let's just say it's an order block that has a long wick or a long rejection, or a rejection that is evident. Okay, so if you look at this, you can see that this part of the candle from the open, so this is a bullish candle, so the open is here. From the open to the what? To the low of the candle, this is the rejection that happened at this one, at this point of interest, which is our support, our support area. So if we are to mark this, this is our rejection block, and that is what we are going to use as our what? As our support, and what? As our support for this one, for this area. So we're going to use this as our demand area where we're going to buy from. And if you guys don't understand the theory behind an order block, you can check out our videos on order blocks. There are many on this channel. So looking at rejection blocks, what we are saying is a rejection block is a rejection, is a price rejection, an evident price rejection at an area of what? Of interest. So what is our area of interest? Our area of interest are these lines marked here, which is the support and the resistance lines from our price chart, right? So an area of interest might be an area of resistance or support, as I said, right? So these areas can be resistance, support, can be quarter points, it can be whole numbers, it can be significant numbers, all that kind of stuff. This is what we are saying, and this is what we are using as our areas of what? Of interest to find our rejection block. So let's get some examples of what? Of a rejection block. Then I will tell you what makes a high probability what? Rejection block. Right. So this is another rejection block, as you can see. So we are buying from zone to zone. So this is a rejection block, and we are buying to the next what? To the next zone, as you can see. So this is what we are doing. And if you can come here, you see, if you can come here and draw this as a what? As a rejection block. You see, this is your rejection block, and this is the retest, as you are seeing. So this is an area of interest, as you can see, because if you draw a line on this high, if you draw a line on this high right here, it will translate to what? To an area of what? Of resistance, a flippy area in that zone. So if you can find your rejection block at such areas, it means it's high probability. And the other thing you have to consider is prices to move aggressively when it is rejected. What do I mean? Let's say this is our rejection block, right? We have marked this. We have to look at the move that price produced from the rejection block right there to the next low or the next high, depending on where you are going, right? So as you can see, we are going what? We are going down, and we are looking for the next low. If this is the rejection block, the next low is this. You have to analyze or to ask yourself if this move is aggressive enough or if this move is mild. So if it's aggressive, you know that this is a high probability rejection block, and you are going to be using it. So this is how it transpires. So the good thing about rejection blocks is a rejection block. Most of the times, it's the candle that you would have marked as your what, or the candle that you would mark as your order block. So in other means, it is an order block, but you are reducing your risk significantly. Why? Because you are looking to trade from where the money is, from the liquidity area, which is the pin area, that is your liquidity area. So we can just choose an order block like this in this area and choose to use it as a what? As a rejection block, not as an order block like this. And remember, you would have cut your risk by more than half, because if you had used the whole order block like this, your entry would be here. But see, if you use this, your entry is going to be around this area. So this is how you can use a rejection block. Let's look at this. So a rejection block is to produce a very powerful and aggressive move that breaks structure. So every other thing from your order blocks studies is the same. What just differs now is you are marking the wicks. Oh, I have guys who have been asking me, how do we mark our order blocks? Do we mark the whole candle? Do we mark only the wicks, or do we mark the whole candle with the wicks? Do you mark the body? You understand those kind of things. So what we are saying here is I have given you a strategy to use. So if you decide to use rejection blocks for your consistency, for your technical consistency, you have to continue using what? Rejection blocks. And if you choose to use order blocks, you have to continue using what? Order blocks for your own consistency, for your own technical consistency. That is what is good for you if you choose. So if you choose, you just use one. Don't use all of them. I know you guys, you want to get trades and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that is what we are doing, and that is what we are talking about. You see, there is another rejection block here. You see how beautiful it is. So you have to see an aggressive move that breaks structure right here. An aggressive move, we have that, and a mild consolidation back to the what? Back to the block. Then you can buy from what? From the block. So number one, nothing is changing, right? Nothing is changing in terms of how we look at our market structure, how we look at those things. So you have to know which type of rejection blocks you are looking for. Are you looking for bullish? Are you looking for bearish order blocks? Rejection blocks, I meant. So that's what we are doing. So if your market structure is pointing upwards, you have to look for rejection blocks that give you a demand zone. If you are looking for market structure, or if you are looking at market structure that is going down, you have to look for rejection blocks that are going to give you a supply zone. Is it that? That is what you are going to be doing, and that is what you are going to be using in your trading. And you have to choose your choose wisely your trades, or your pairs that you are going to trade, so that you don't trade everything and you don't keep on looking for trades, right? So that's what we are going, and that is how you look at a rejection block when you want to do that when you are trading, right, guys? I hope this was a very helpful piece. I hope to see you in the next video. I'm Shocks, and I'm out. Trade what you see. I've just shown you some of the things to see.